This is Detective Brian Ridge of the West Memphis Police Department, currently in the West Memphis Police Department with Garrett Schwarting of 1024 Lear, birth date 1/1 of 78. Today's date is 6/11 of 93 and the time is 11:30 a.m. Garrett, got a statement in front of me. It says the night of the murders, you stayed the night with Kevin. You went to Jason's house 3 times, and you have some times here when you went and what you did. Let's start earlier in that day. Did you go to school that day?
Yes, sir.
You did go to school?
Yes, sir.
And what time did you get out of school?
3:15.
3:15. Okay. Where did you go when you got out of school?
Oh, I went home.
Went home. Okay. Who was at home when you got there?
Just me and my sister. His bus got there.
Your sister's bus got there?
Yeah.
Where did she go to school?
Man.
Okay. You live on Lear. And how are you in Marion School District by living on Lear?
We were finishing up here.
You just moved there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you got home, where did you go from there?
I stayed there till about maybe 5:30. And then Kevin, he comes over every day just to mess around with me.
All right, Kevin.
Played Nintendo. And we went back to his house. I called my mom from there and asked her if I could stay the night.
What's Kevin's last name?
Lawrence.
Kevin Lawrence. And where does he live?
Lakeshore.
And where does he live in Lakeshore?
I'm not sure. It's the first road, I do know that.
Is it close to the store?
Yeah. It's the second house on the left from across from the store.
Okay. You in here at his house. Who else is at his house?
His brother was there.
How old is his brother?
18. And his mom was there. His dad was there.
What's his mom's name?
Cindy Lawrence.
And his dad?
Billy Lawrence.
Billy. Okay. And what time was it you actually got to his house?
Pretty close to about 5, or probably about 6:30.
Okay. Were you in school with Kevin that day?
No, it's 7th grade, and I'm in 9th.
He's in
2
the
different
7th?
buildings.
Okay. Was he in school that day, or do you know?
I'm not for sure, but I think he was.
Okay. Would he and your sister have ridden the same bus?
Yeah.
Did you ride the bus with him that morning?
We don't ride the same buses either. He gets a ride with his mom.
Oh, okay.
He rides to and from school with his mom.
Okay. All right. Now, when you got to his house, what time was it?
About 6 o'clock.
About 6 o'clock. And what did you do when you got there?
We sat over there playing Mario on the Super Nintendo till we got bored, which was about 6:45. And I asked him if we could go to Jason's house to get my shirt.
What kind of shirt is it?
It's a white long sleeve Aussie shirt. And then he said he didn't want to go. So I went over there. I asked Jason if he knew where it was. He said he didn't know. He didn't have time to find it since at school. Because I asked him at school if he'd go home and find it for me. And he didn't. He said he didn't have time to really look for it. So he said he'd come back in a little bit. So I came back 30 minutes. I asked him if he found it yet. And he said no, just come back in 30 minutes. So I came back. Me and Kevin both came back in. And he said he couldn't find it. But we could sit there and play Nintendo while he was looking for it. So, me, Kevin, Jason's friend Ken, and his 2 little brothers sit and played Super Nintendo.
Who is his friend Ken?
I don't know him too well, but he was in my health class. He lives in Memphis now.
How old is he?
15, 16.
Okay. You know his last name? How tall is he? He's short on you, where you're about 6'1", 6'2".
I'm 5'11".
You're 5'11", and he would be
He wasn't much more than 5 foot.
Okay. And he was in a gym class with you?
He was in health.
In health class? Okay. What time did he leave?
It was 7:30, 8:30. 8:30. Because at 8 o'clock we started playing Nintendo. And he was there because we'd played a few games of Street Fighter. And he went home. See, that day Jason was at his uncle's house mowing lawns. As it said in the paper, and then he went up to Walmart.
Was it said in the paper?
Yeah, as it said in the paper.
Okay.
Did
he tell you that?
I don't really know if he was there or not. I didn't see him since let's see. I haven't seen him in about 3 weeks. But anyway, he went up to Walmart and was playing Street Fighter 2 on the video machine. And there was a boy up there named Don Nam who can tell you that at about 7 o'clock, Jason left Walmart and got home.
John who?
Went home. Don Nam.
Don
Nam.
Nam?
He's Japanese boy.
Okay. So, you read it in the paper that Jason had been mowing a yard?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was up at Walmart too, not the same night, but it was after he got arrested. I was talking to Don Nam, and he said he seen him up there. Said he left to get home because he had to be home by 7 o'clock. So.
Did Jason leave his house and go see somebody about your shirt?
He couldn't leave his house because he had to watch his 2 younger brothers. He has to cook them dinner and stay there with them and all that. While his mom and dad's working.
Where does his mom work?
I'm not for sure.
You know where his dad works? Okay. I came to your house on the 19th of May and talked with you. And you told us at that time that you hadn't seen Jason in 3 weeks, over 3 weeks. Okay. Was that true?
Let's see. No, not really, because I did see him at one time in the 3-week period. That was the only time I did see him.
Okay. And when did you see him?
The Wednesday night that the kids came up missing.
How do you know that that's the night that occurred?
It said in the paper that they came up missing May 5th.
Okay. Well, when you went to Kevin's house that evening, what else did you do?
Shot pull across the street at the store. And that was it.
Okay. Well, you told me approximately 15 minutes ago before you wrote this statement out that you went to a picnic.
Yeah, but we did go to the picnic. You're talking about before or after I got to Kevin's, right?
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Before we went to Kevin's, I got home from school. He came over. We went to a little picnic at Hernando Lake. Then we got to his house, played Super Nintendo. And then I went to Jason's 2 times, came back, got him. All 3 went over there.
Where's Hernando Lake?
Somewhere in Tennessee, I think.
Yeah, 2 went to that picnic.
It was me, Kevin, my friend Prophet.
Your friend Prophet? Prophet who?
Does a blue Sonoma.
Chevrolet Sonoma?
GMC Sonoma.
Alright. And did you go in his vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Who else was there at that picnic?
It was just us 3 that I know of.
Okay. Where can I locate Prophet?
Probably at Delta Ice House.
Where he works, or?
Sometimes. He usually goes up there because his dad owns the place. Okay. He usually goes up there to drive the trucks to deliver ice.
I understand you're in some trouble because you've skipped some school.
Yes, sir.
Alright. What kind of time period? How long have you been skipping school?
let's see, let's say about May 15th, 16th.
Why?
It's not been more than a month.
Why were you skipping school?
I wasn't really sure. I think I just got tired of the principal and all them giving me all the trouble they was giving me.
What kind of trouble were they giving you?
I was getting accused for all kinds of stuff. I had no idea what was going on.
What kind of trouble?
Let's see, I hang around, at school I hang around with one named Kenneth Carricker and Bo Southern. And they're always smoking at school. And they've gotten caught a few times. And I, just because I was like next to some of my friends that hung around with them too, I got accused of smoking with them. And I've always gotten in trouble for stuff like that. And let's see, they just all the time blaming stuff on me. I just can't name like everything.
Did you know Jesse Miscala?
I know him pretty well.
What do you know about him?
See, I knew him from school. I went to school about 2 months with him last year, so that's all he did, go to school. The first 2 months of school, I think it was. But anyway, he was...
First 2 months of 92?
No. The first 2 months of last year's school year.
Okay.
And he was going with my sister's best friend, Tiffany Allen. And she'd come to school telling me stories like he beat her and all kinds of stuff like that. And she had black eyes, busted lip.
What about these cults?
I don't know much about them, but I know a couple people that say they're in them. I know one that really is in one.
Who is that?
His name's, they call him Lucifer. I'm not able to find his last name or his real name.
You know where he lives?
In Marion.
You don't know where in Marion? Does he have a vehicle?
I'm not for sure of that either.
Never seen him in a vehicle?
I've never seen him at all.
Never seen him?
Never seen him.
Okay. Jason part of that group? Take your hand out in front of your mouth so we can talk.
No, he's not.
He's not?
Yes, sir.
What about Jesse?
I'm not for sure about Jesse. We weren't friends.
What about Damien?
Well, Damien, I've heard from a lot of people that he's been possessed. So, I have no idea. And from when I did know him, in the last 3 years, he has changed a little bit.
Like I said again, the first time I interviewed you was at your residence. Your mom was there, Mike Allen was there, I was there, Murray Ferris was there. You told us you hadn't even seen Jason for 3 weeks.
Yes, sir, but I forgot.
Why
about
did you
that
lie?
one time. I didn't lie. I forgot about the one time.
Okay. But it's convenient for you to remember now that that is the exact date, but you didn't remember then.
I didn't even know that was the night
there.
they came up missing at the time. When I was over there, I didn't even know.
What I'm saying is that 2 weeks after the murders occurred, you didn't remember being at Jason's house. Now it is a month and a half later, and you remember that that's the exact date and the exact times and everything exact about it.
Yes, sir.
How does that happen?
I've talked to Matthew Baldwin a couple times since then.
Okay.
And I know he said that I was over there that one night, and then it started coming to me slower and slower.
But 2 weeks after it happened, you didn't even remember being around Jason, and now here it is a month and a half later, and you remember all about it.
Yes, sir. Because I've talked to Matthew.
And you don't remember what days you skipped school?
I don't remember what days I've skipped school.
Okay. Did you skip school on that 5th?
No, sir.
Okay.
I was at school.
What time did you get out of school?
3:15.
And you went to your home?
Yes, sir. Got there about 3:45 because of buses.
Okay. Did you walk to Kevin's house?
No. He came over, and then Prophet came over. We went to have a little picnic. Came back, and then went to Kevin's house.
What did you have at this picnic?
Nothing. We just went to play frisbee, swim.
Well, a picnic, you have food. I mean, everybody knows
Well,
the definition of a picnic is when you go have a food.
The picnic, see, in our family, when we go on a picnic, we usually just go to a big park or something, play frisbee, and then on the way back, just stop somewhere and get something to eat or something like that.
Okay. What was that date?
May. It was probably, I'm not for sure of the date of that.
You're not for sure of the picnic? The date of the picnic?
It was the 5th. Let's see, the 4th.
Well, you just got through saying you're not for sure.
It was the 4th, hang on, 5th. 4th I was at school, and then the 5th I was at school, and then we went to the picnic on the 5th.
Oh, I'm confused sitting here right straight in front of you talking to you.
I'm just a little nervous. I'm not used to talking to cops.
Okay. Well, your story and Kevin's story for that day are nowhere near alike.
I know my story's right.
Okay. And after Prophet dropped you off after going to the picnic, where did he drop you off at?
My house.
At your house?
Yeah.
Alright. How did you go out to Lakeshore from your house?
Kevin's dad came to pick us up.
Okay. About what time was that?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Okay. How do you know that it was 6 o'clock?
It was around 6 o'clock.
Oh, it was around 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Was there something on TV you were watching to know it was 6 o'clock?
No, my watch said 6 o'clock.
Okay. So you're talking with Matt Baldwin, and he's reminding you of how things happened and where you were that day, and now it is a month later and you've decided that's exactly the way everything was.
Yeah, it's come to me slowly since I've talked to him.
Okay, you made a statement a little while ago that Jason didn't do this and that you're going to do anything you can to get him out of it.
I ain't doing anything I can to get him out.
Well, that's what you said a little while ago.
I'll try my best to get him out, but I ain't doing anything I can to get him out.
You'll try your best to get him out?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't care how many witnesses I know that were around that night. I'll find them. Even if I have to go to Memphis and look for Ken.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What time was it the first time you went to Jason's?
7 o'clock.
Was it dark?
It was pretty dark. Not real dark, but getting a little darker than what it is. No, it's not dark, but it's not really light.
The sun was down.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was going down, anyway.
Okay.
It wasn't very light outside.
And the last time that you went and stayed, was it dark?
No. Pretty dark.
Pretty dark. And how long did you stay there?
About an hour. Stayed there at 8:45, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Because we had to get to Kevin's house by 9 o'clock.
Okay. Where'd you spend the night that night?
Kevin Lawrence's.
Kevin Lawrence says you didn't spend the night with him.
I did stay the night with him. He may not remember, but I did.
Okay.
You can ask his mom about that.
I intend to. Alright, anything else you want to add?
Not really.
Well, you know about Murray Ferris?
What do I know about him?
Mm-hmm.
Not a whole lot.
You been to his house?
Yeah. I've been helping him clean his pool.
Were you at his house when you had a conversation with Damien?
Yeah.
When was that?
That was about 2 weeks after the murder.
Okay.
Because we was trying to trick him, and we're not really tricking, but we were trying to get him to confess, say he did it, because me and Mary both were tired of being questioned. We wanted to find out who really done it, so we questioned.
Well, what was that date?
I'm not sure. I don't keep
You
up
said
with
2
dates.
weeks after the murder.
I don't keep up with dates.
Okay. But you said 2 weeks
If you
after
want
the
date,
murder.
you're going to have to ask Mary, because I don't keep up with dates.
Well, you kept up with the 5th.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, every
2
paper I
weeks
turn
after the
into
5th would have been the
fits
19th.
19? Yeah.
Okay. That's the day that I was there speaking with you.
And it was a little bit before that.
A week before? 2 weeks before?
No, a little bit before that.
You're very confused.
No, a little bit before you got there. Maybe
An hour?
Maybe about an hour or two. 3 hours.
I've got my notes from that day, and it's a conversation you had a week before that.
Well, I'm not exactly for sure. You can ask Murray about it. All I know is I was there with him, asking Damien all this stuff.
Okay.
I don't remember a date, the
Why
time.
are you so nervous?
I'm not used to talking to cops. Makes me think I'm like in trouble or something.
Are you willing to take a polygraph to this thing? You know what that is?
Lie detector test.
Okay.
My nerves won't mess it up or anything, will it? Alright then. I'll take it.
Okay. I'll conclude this interview at 11:52.